Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. On tonight's newscast, we're going to, in today's stories, this is the second edition of the General Podcast Newsreel.
From the world, then on the world. This is the General Podcast Newsreel with your anchorman Jerry Memo, produced by Jerry Memo for the General Podcasting Association. Now here's Jerry Memo.
As we told you earlier, we looked past the corporate press releases. No spin, no sanitized talking points, no filters. Keep it clear. We're going to give you the raw facts. Today is Tuesday, July 28th. And in politics and elections, the Victorian Premier Jacinta Allan resigns, triggering the leadership bill in Australia, with Carroll elected unanimously as the new Premier and the leader of the Victorian Labour Party. I wonder how it would affect the world. But I'm worried about it. Also, in other news, Trump floats the political risk to host Netanyahu's 7th White House visit. It's going to be the first since the U.S. and Israel launched unpopular war with Iran. It'll be the first time that the two men will have met since they jointly launched the war on February 28th, just a few months ago, which was a turn that spiked the already growing awareness of Israel among the public of the United States and increasingly within some segments of Trump's own Republican Party. The timing of the meeting is particularly notable, with Trump signaling on Monday that Washington was pursuing a new diplomatic overture with Iran. That came after the dissolution of the June 17th Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran. And let's be clear about it, the U.S. and Iran agreed to halt fight on all fronts, leading to 13 consecutive days of escalation. Netanyahu's government opposed the MOE, arguing that its strength-handed Tehran's head while yielding few concessions. Well, in other news tonight, the U.S. walks out on threats at the U.S. Security Council meeting. According to the Associated Press, they walked out as their French counterparts were speaking at the UN on Monday after Americans' close European ally criticizes Trump's human rights record, which was a surprise move during a UN Security Council meeting on Ukraine, followed the U.S. position giving UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk another 4-year term, with the reappointment getting overwhelming support from France. But we don't care about Trump at all. The French nation said the U.S. used to be a beacon of human rights. Not anymore. Today it stands alongside North Korea, Nicaragua, Mali, Russia, isolated, and no longer listens to it. Let's pray that Trump never be president again. It's 4 minutes past the hour. We're going to go to some hurricane or major earthquake news. The quake knocked out power to thousands of homes, which briefly triggered the tsunami advisory warning. It knocked out power to thousands of homes, rupturing roads and leaving some people trapped and others dead in a partially collapsed shopping mall. While speaking to reporters at their office in Tokyo, the Prime Minister of Japan, Sanae Takaichi, said the full extent of casualties and damage was still being assessed. The quake struck around 4:27 local time with a preliminary magnitude of 7.1, with its epicenter being about 20 kilometers south of Kumamoto, central Kyūshū's largest city, with a population around 7,000. I can pronounce it wrong, but 700,000. I'm worried about the earthquake. Since Japan is one of the world's most earthquake-prone countries, with tremor occurring around every 5 minutes, with Japan being located around the ring of fire volcanoes and oceanic trenches, partially encircling the Pacific Basin. Japan accounts of 20% of the world's earthquakes with a magnitude of 6.0 or more. Well, that's the General Podcast Newsreel. I hope to see you guys soon tomorrow. This program is pre-recorded, executive produced, and hosted by yours truly, Chanting Mammal. This is Chanting Mammal speaking. Stay tuned tomorrow as we bring you the world's events, raw, no sanitized talking points, and no filters. This is the General Podcasting Association.